Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a replay analysis. This is a submitted replay from the player Warrior. He submitted this replay to me via Discord, and if anyone else wants to submit their replay for me to check out, and if they think they've got a good one, feel free to just message me and I'll check it out. And I watched the opening, I think it was 5 minutes of this video, and I decided it was a pretty solid game, and it's much different from what I would have done. And I think it's definitely one that I'm interested to cast. So in this lobby we've got players such as Vici, submitted to JC, Outset, Robin Hood. So Outset is also risk taker, so it's a pretty decent lobby, especially for a pub, and it's only 14 minutes long, so I'm interested to see how this game turned out. And so I'm going to put it on faster speed early game, and our Warrior is now spotting Albania, I guess countering risk takers Bosnia spawn here. So if these two decide to fight early, this is going to benefit Green, because Green is up in Northern Balkans, and he's going to get an 8 income start. Green's got a great little position, because he's also got Croatia barracks and Mace barracks. So Green's got a lot of ability to move around and take Southern Balkans if he so wishes. But I guess we'll have to see how he decides to play this game. So Warrior ended up blocking Montenegro from Orange, and instead of pushing it, he's going to go take Mace right through, which is a good decision, especially because he's got the Northern Solo barracks. So I want to see where he spends his cards this turn. So he goes for one side expand. I guess he can afford to do that, and he goes for Kosovo and Serbia. So it's not a bad play to Michael's side. It's a decent player. I'm guessing this is an ult. Maybe on my size like that. So 14 income, not too shabby. That's off a 6 income start, so he's definitely limited. And I like what he's doing here. I like that he's going straight for Greece into Bulgaria and Romania at the same time, because this is a really solid push, because he's going to be getting so many spawns. So Bulgaria will give him 2 spawns, Romania will give him 2 spawns, and then Greece will give him 3 spawns. So Greece is essentially a 7 income country, and Bulgaria is a 5 income, Romania is a 5 income. So with these conscripts that they're giving every turn, his lower Balkans push is going to be so much stronger with all these Marines. He's going to be able to clump up and push up north. And now Vita's getting Germany, which I don't know where Green's gone. Green's had a really slow turn. He doesn't seem to be doing anything. Guess he's going for Poland, but okay. We should check that out. But yeah, I like that he's doing it. If he's able to finish all these countries by turn end, then he's going to be in a fantastic position. And then if we get Georgia, it's a bit ballsy, but yeah, he will get Georgia. He got Bulgaria and Romania though, so 26 income. It's a really solid position, especially because I guess he had a slower turn 2, but his turn 3 is caught up a bit. So now the issue is here, because he's tanked down on the bottom, like in Bosnia, he's actually going to be a little bit weaker if he wants to push Romania. So he's done the right thing, he's pulled back, he's going to deal with Green, and now I guess he's not targeting the barracks, so I guess this is going to be a bit of a slow push. But he will have a tank advantage if he so wishes. So we're going to continue watching this. Okay, so Green builds 4 Marauders. Green spends his entire income on Marauders this turn. So Pink is sniping on his down. Pink snipes the Marauder, managed to swap his tank around. He may lose his tank, there's still 2 Marauders left. Oh, he saves the tank, that's huge actually. Pops an SCV out as well. And that's really solid. Now Green's taken out essentially. Did look a little bit sticky, but that was really, really well played. White Green is expanding so slowly in Middle East. I guess in this position, I would still like to go down to Middle East, but when you've got players such as Risk Taker still coming down to Baltics, and Green's still alive and wants to fight you, I guess you're forced to take this Baltics fight and stall Middle East and take it a little bit later on if that's what he wishes. So we'll watch this on normal speed for a little bit. Seems like there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a bit of teaming here. Green and Orange are both going to be targeting Pink. Pink is going to get the Hellion. He's going to be pulling back, building both chokes. Green doesn't have anything, no tanks or anything to deal with it. Nice little tank swaps. Oh, if you see there, that was a really nice micro from Pink. He actually selected his medics and pulled them back because they were out of energy, so he wanted to keep them alive. And I think that's really good value. Saving 4 medics, 12 income worth of medics is really, really big. Saves his tank as well. Really nice and pretty well played. But again, he hasn't got any Marines, and this is where all these spawns that are going into the middle have to be rallied up, and they're on their way now. So he's taken quite a few losses, but they're all conscripts, so he saved his tanks, and that's all that's important. So it may be deceiving that his army looks small, but this army's going to naturally get bigger once all these conscripts start flooding in. He's finishing Ukraine, he's now going to push Orange all the way out of Baltics. And I guess this is where the fun will start. I guess Dark Blue will hit him, maybe Light Green's going to hit him, since Light Green's, I guess, a very new player. He hasn't finished Syria even, and he's also just mass building Marines. So, yeah, this seems like a pretty interesting game. We'll speed this up here, and hopefully the map might change up here. Okay, well this is also interesting. Dark Blue is going to continuously push Africa and take out Brown, giving our pink player the opportunity to go and take out Orange. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That's going to be pretty... That's going to always be a little bit of a throw by Dark Blue. Especially since Brown isn't in the strongest position. Taking out Brown, I guess he hasn't lost much army, he's got a very good KD. And now Orange is going to just try and keep his army alive and save it. It's a very good army. If you can keep the army alive, then they stun through it just enough. And I like our pink player. He's going to finish Russia. He's going to start finishing off income, and just slowly get a tank war going, get his income going. And now Light Green is going to flood in Middle East and start taking out Turkey. And I guess his other income. Pink is doing the correct thing. He's hunting Orange's army because that's a lot of bounty. You know, there's not many medics here. There's only 2 tanks, so that's a lot of bounty that army provides. And he's on a timer. Like I talk about this timer fairly often, but he's on a very big timer because this army here has to be able to break Denmark. Otherwise, Blue is going to be able to finish Brown off by himself and then wrap back in and attack Poland. As you can see, Blue's already rallying his troops. So, either he's going to have to move now and keep some units to defend, or he's going to have to, or he's just going to lose a lot of income against both Light Green and Dark Blue. Even Brown's dropping him at the moment. But he's finishing off Scandi, he's finishing off Russia, so this is going to be very secure income. As you can see right now, there's actually no one that can cut Russia income. I guess there's Karelia, but that's about it. Besides that, there's very little he can do. And Pink decides to go for a smart play here. He actually goes and evacs his Scandi army to drop into Kaliningrad. To now have his army mobile. And these dropships will provide a lot of value, I guess, moving in and out of Scandi. So these 2 tanks are actually all you need to defend this port, especially with 2 Goliaths. If you want to build BCs, the BCs will get defended by the Goliath's new ability. So now he's finishing off his income. I guess he's going to slow it down. Right now, I like the position he's in. He's also extremely vulnerable. So, as you see, I always talk about giving up land. And in this position, Pink is 100% going to get teamed. So I tend to not keep many troops on the border of Light Green. I'd maybe even let Light Green out in Russia. And instead I'd have a lot of my units in Poland and I'd all in on Dark Blue if that was in my position. I like what he's doing here. He's forced to have an army in Sweden to defend against Denmark because that's his income in the north. But I feel like he could, if he wanted to, take out Dark Blue or cripple Dark Blue even, and then get the bounty and the army count rolling on, because he's going to be beating Dark Blue with minimal losses when he's fighting with all of his troops together. And then he can sweep back around and then crush Light Green, who's, as we've seen, a bit of a weaker player. So that's what I would have done. I want to see how Pink's playing this, because he's playing this as, I guess, a normal player would decide to play the game. They want to hold their chokes, defend Bulgaria, defend Caucasus, defend Poland with a bit of an army. The only issue I have with this is when Blue wants to come back and deal with Pink, Blue's going to be hitting from one side with nearly his entire army. Keep in mind, he'll be at full strength when he pushes Pink, so Pink's going to have to be playing extremely well to defend against this. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit.
The doctor is in.
You know, I think he's just taking the sides. And now Light Green is building up on both fronts. So I'm just guessing we're going to wait for dark blue to decide this really. Okay, so pink is actually going to be the aggressor. So this is interesting because pink's forcing the north, but this is where, yeah, you see the full army count of blue. Blue's going to come in with everything. The moment I see all those tanks pop out, myself, I would put all of this up. I would put this up straight away to deal with blue. This caucus is a hard one to hold because there's a lot of fighting. However, I'm okay with them holding the caucus. I still think this army should definitely have ran up to Germany and help break the southern side of Germany, and then he can wrap back around and kill that green. So now orange is running away. This actually ends up screwing dark blue, it looks like, because now pink can push through whenever he wants. Let's see what pink's attention is. I could have sniped a couple of his units, but yeah, he's doing a nice little push. Orange is going to try and drop at the beach. So now this is a nice little push as well. Light green is focusing here. I guess pink is also focusing there. So pink is winning or holding all his sides, but it's on a very thin line. There's a very small chance that pink loses all these fronts at once. Pink can lose this army, his Poland army, his Germany, his Czech army, and his Caucasus army all at once if he's not paying attention. So this is micro has to be perfect if he wants to win this game and have any chance of just taking out both dark blue and everyone. This is a nice little play. He ends up getting a lot of tanks here, it looks like. Does he get any one tank? No, he doesn't get any tanks just yet. A lot of tanks still there, all firing through. He gets 2 tanks, 3 tanks. That's nice, so he breaks the south. And if he continues breaking blue, then he can focus in. And he's done the right thing, he's pulled out Sweden since orange has dropped it. And he just needs to minimize his losses. He's taking a lot of losses. As you see, his red score ratio is really very poor. But he's held Caucasus, so his Russia income is not getting cut at all. That's what I'm saying. In games like this, when you're able to keep your income going whilst you're taking prolonged fights, you're actually always going to pull out on top because you're able to focus on one player, in this case dark blue, even though he had dark blue an army advantage with a better KD. Our pink player, he's consistently having 21 more income than him, adding in an extra tank, a couple more orders, more marines, plus his spawn marines are all very close. So pink is able to overwhelm dark blue to the point where dark blue is crippled. And now yellow's not taking part in, and they're not actually able to break him on any front. So if this continues, and I don't see how pink will be able to lose this game anytime soon, he just needs to make sure he doesn't lose too many more tanks, because they've both lost a lot of tanks at the moment. And now orange is coming in to team him, which is a really solid move. But now pink has to break this out. If they break all these tanks up for 5 bounty apiece, yeah, it's really solid. That's 10 gold already. It makes up for just 2 more orders. And now light green's doing a nice little drop in the south, and he's fighting for this stuff. So as this game goes on, I fear for our pink player. Right now, I don't like this position at all. I feel like he's completely outmatched on all fronts. I feel like dark blue's got a huge tank advantage. Red's now coming in, and dark blue can now sweep back into Germany, and they're 4v1ing him, especially now light green's in Greece. So our pink player has to win Middle East and has to somehow hold the North Balkans. Personally, in my position, if I was in this position of pink, I would have backed out of Czech and Poland, and I would have made a new line once my armies have reinforced. I would have pulled these units back up, and you would have, if you clump up your units together in say Ukraine or in Hungary area, you can then come back in and push them out. And because they won't be able to push you on 2 fronts if they're 2 players. Like if you fight them on a choke with 1 player. But pink is making a hold against orange, and blue isn't pushing in just yet. So pink is making his hold here, and now this is where orange is outmatched. Blue isn't hitting pink hard enough right now. He's actually letting out the dry, and his Scandi army is now coming to reinforce. So orange is taking huge losses, and pink is now 1 in Caucasus. All these bounties are really feeding pink while he's fighting.
The doctor is
And he can
in.
now 2v1 these armies. There's not enough tanks in both armies to beat him. So this is what, as I was saying, he pulls back his units from Middle East. He starts clumping up, and now he's getting his full strength army together essentially. And now he's able to beat them without taking many losses. So as he pushes orange now, he's fighting with his full strength army. And now when he's at full strength there, it's much weaker for the enemy. It's much harder for the king. So you see orange just gets completely capitulated by the time Pink comes in with his full strength, and now as Dark Blue's in a normal position, he's going to get a very nice surrounding likely with a lot of Northern. Pulls half his army out, and he just needs to hold this choke with all these tanks up here. And I guess that's game, really. Once these tanks die, that's game. But in comes in 5 turns. Yeah, Orange sees that, Orange has left the game. And again, he beat light green on the side, and this is a really, really good game. A nice little change of pace. He managed to hold his runs really solidly, and because of that he was able to fully just control this game and win it in 18 turns in what seems like a really difficult position that he was in. He was able to turn it around and hit the game home. I feel like he ran a very fine line between getting crushed everywhere and just crushing everyone everywhere. So it looks like everyone's going to leave at this turn, so it's not a 70% win, it's just everyone left the game and he's just crushed the world, basically. So if I'm looking at it, if I'm going to pause it here before map pool changes. So he was fighting in Caucasus, he was also pushing Bulgaria, he had also some of his army in Scandi to defend against Orange. So when he ended up fighting Dark Blue, he was fighting with nothing but his income turn and a very small handful of tanks, marines and conscripts. So the position is extremely vulnerable, but the rewards are really high because not only are you fighting on 4 or 5 fronts, you're also getting bounty off these fronts. So the difficulty is being able to properly, adequately micro your side, so in Caucasus, not getting baited into the choke while you're not looking. Being able to properly micro your sides, and also in this main engagement in the middle, outplaying your opponent and not losing all your tanks as you push the choke, since you're the aggressor. Being able to hold those chokes was massive for Pink, and he played it extremely well. So I guess this is a nice little change of pace. This is a win without taking Middle East like I normally do. This is a win where he goes for Scandi, Russia, and takes out the Northern Balkans player. And you can see the difficulty here is, just like in Middle East, this position is great because you can hold the Middle East player with 2 chokes, and then you can focus entirely on the middle. But if Pink was able to take Germany sooner, Pink will be able to link up his Scandi army into his Balkans. So that's the only issue here, where because Orange had Denmark, it actually weakened Pink's position massively. You can see with Pink in Germany and having Denmark as well, I don't know how anyone would have been able to break him because his position's so much stronger. Then I would suggest holding Bulgaria and Caucasus without giving up land. But then because he was split and he had to split on an additional front, I felt like he was too weak in the middle. But he played this extremely well. He was able to outplay all of his opponents. Very good KD. I don't have the APM score for this game. I'll have to ask him to send me a screenshot of it and I'll add it in at the end of the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be uploading more submitted replays very soon. So peace, yeah.